Hi ladies, it's Ziva here. Welcome back to my channel. Thank you for tuning in. Now today we're going to be taking you from having your invisibility cloak on and taking it off, okay? So that you are the kind of woman who is now commanding attention from the men you want to command it from. Along my earlier journey, so before I started my feminine transformation journey, I would get daily approaches, and I mean, like, every time I went out, it literally was just round the clock. And I was not invisible to certain men, but I was invisible to others. Okay, so the kinds of men who were noticing me at that point were the men who maybe no full on career, maybe there is a bit of a career, but not the kind of man who I want. Okay, at the time that was cute for me, and I was baby Ziva, baby girl, okay. But now I'm not. When I got to about 26, I thought, you know what? Things have got to change. I want more for myself. I want to better myself and my dating life. So I'm going to implement steps to change my life. And that is precisely what I did. And now I'm the kind of woman who is dating the men who I want to date. Not only just dating, not just getting looks from, not just being noticed by, not just being approached by, not just going on dates with, not just dating, but dating beneficially in terms of them helping me out, literally paying my rent every month, paying my bills, taking away financial worry and stress off of my shoulders and off my life, out of my life, sorry. So at the end of the day, I went from being one way, having on an invisibility cloak, to the kinds of men who are now paying my bills, dating me, wanting to be with me, okay, trying to impress me, putting their best foot forward for me. That is now what I'm used to, and that's what I'm having. So at the end of the day, what we want to do is take you from being invisible to the men who you want to date, okay, and make you be commanding their attention for an opportunity for you to actually be dating them beneficially. So steps to take, and if you really implement what I'm saying, this can happen for you as well. You'll be able to do this. Now, the first thing you really have to do, ladies, is look at yourself as a critic and think, okay, what am I wearing? Does it suit me properly? Do I look classy? Do I have any sex appeal to me whatsoever? Even if you're religious, even if you're whatever, then, and you're covering up, that is totally fine. Just make sure that you have done something with your face. So we want makeup on, we want attention to detail, we want your lips done, we want nails painted, we want hair done. And like I said, if you're religious, do whatever your religion is. But if not, then just do a simple hairstyle, like this. Some kind of Ariana Grande ponytail will be good, okay? It's very simple to go from invisible to being noticed up here. So first of all, we've done up to your neck. But there's a lot more that goes into this, because I briefly touched on clothing, but this plays a huge role. Before I get there, I want to speak more about makeup for a second, because some of you are doing your makeup wrong. I'm not trying to put any of you on blast, but at the same time, I've already said this to you anyway. Some of you have sent me DMs with your photos and some of your makeup, and you're showing me your new look, and you're not even bothering to put on lip liner. I can tell the difference between you just quickly slapping lipstick on, or with you outlining your lips, having more precision, having it look neater, more attention to detail. I can tell the difference. There's a difference that it looks, and depending on your skin color as well, you have to use a brown liner. Otherwise things are not going to add up, okay? Which is the same for me. I need to use a brown liner, and then I can use any color really. So let's make sure that we are doing our makeup to suit us. We're not seeing something on someone else and emulating it. No, you have to adapt it to suit you, okay? And that's the first thing I want to point out, is that we need to do what suits us, not what we want to suit us, what does suit you. And that is the look to start going for with your makeup. It's going to be trial and error, but we've all been there. I have, and you know, it takes a minute. But if you're, let's say you have a weekend and you're playing with your makeup consistently, really trying out different things, nailing it, trying to execute it, you can go from your makeup looking trashy to your makeup looking just like wow in a weekend of practicing. So just start practicing, and remember that your eyebrows, your eyes and your lips are the main focuses to makeup, but of course blusher and foundation are going to be great additions. Now also, okay, so we're looking for a soft glam or something. Now, in terms of your clothing, this is something that will continue to make you be a woman who is invisible to the men who you want to be visible to. So let's really break this down for a second. What are you wearing? I think we've all seen the film Pretty Woman. Now, this lady goes from being dressed in a really trashy kind of way, and I'm using that term kind of loosely, and I just mean like distasteful, okay, to certain men, but to others is what they want. Now, she ended up meeting Richard Gere, whatever his name is. I can't remember his name in the actual film, but when you think about it, if that is the kind of guy who you want to date, and you are dressing in a way that you know you would never see that kind of guy with a woman who's really dressed how maybe you are now, you know, if 1 + 1 = 2, I've got to change up my outfits, change my wardrobe, implement new classier things with a hint of sex appeal, and throw that at the wall and see what sticks, you know, because we've got to trial and error our outfits, try different things, and this is the way that we're going to command the attention from the men we want. With your outfits and your wardrobe, make sure that you're wearing things that actually suit your body, that work for you. You're not just trying to make a trend work with your body when it just doesn't. You're literally choosing things that work for you and that make you look more enhanced, because this is the whole point. It's the point of wardrobe, okay, and not wearing a uniform that we all wear the same thing. It's the whole point of wearing different hair, styling our hair differently, or doing different makeup techniques, because we're going for what works for us. Okay, it's not a one size fits all. Everybody's different. We need to tailor our looks, our makeup, our hairstyles, everything. So make sure the outfits that you're going for are always balanced. This is what to take from this. Make sure you have balance. If you're wearing a short skirt, you need to be wearing a turtleneck on top or something long sleeved. And you know, so you've got to make sure you're dressing for the time of day and the occasion you're going to also. Footwear is something that will take you from being invisible and make you visible and be commanding attention from the men who you want attention from. Footwear is so powerful. I didn't realize the power of footwear until I actually started to wear heeled footwear, and not just the rubber-soled footwear. I mean the footwear that you can really hear when a woman is walking. Okay, that kind of, the clink and the clank, that kind of footwear makes a man turn to see, who is this woman walking? It's like they just can't help it, and they hear heels and they're like it's like a reflex that they have or something. So get your heeled footwear on. Remember, if you're out in the day and you know you've got to wear something that's appropriate, just get a pair of heeled boots, even a pair of heeled kitten toe, you know, shoes or something. and put your little tights on, your little knit dress or something, and just get out, you know, live your life with your new wardrobe. Don't be afraid to wear nice things, nice clothing. Don't save it for, you know, that special day. No, wear it now, because that's when you're going to get approached to go out for a special day. So make sure you're wearing your nice clothing, that you are buying with caution. So you want to make sure that you're doing intentional purchases and not just buying anything because you can. No, what suits you? What can you style with at least three other things in your wardrobe? You know, let's start making smart decisions when it comes to clothing for the planet, for just various reasons. Let's start making sure that we're making reasonable purchases. I think it's good to remember that yes, you do need the balance. We want to be elegant, sexy, and that is what you're going for. So think about kind of knit skirts above the knee, long silk skirts, you know, fitting turtlenecks. And if you are uncomfortable wearing something that's a bit more fitted, then make sure that you find a nice flowy dress, maybe a flowy silk dress, something that is maybe longer and you're going for that elegant look. Remember that there is no real right or wrong. It's just about what suits you and what ultimately makes you feel confident when you're wearing it, because that's going to help you to get the attention that you want from the men who you want those approaches from. So just bear that in mind, ladies, and get your heeled footwear going as well, because the heeled footwear takes you from being approached by somebody who looks like they're in a gang and then being approached by this businessman who just had a business lunch at the Marriott. There are levels to things. There are levels to, you know, men as well who you can date and actually want to date you, actually find you intriguing, enticing, attractive, and worth their time. So are you looking like you're worth their time? Are you looking attractive to them? Well, we can do that with our outer appearance. Now we've done our makeup, we've done our hair, we've done our clothing, and we've also enhanced our footwear. Now, even if you are the kind of woman who is wearing jeans, I do feel like I want to do a video one day where I would have to buy a pair of jeans, I don't own any, but where I show you different outfits and I style it with jeans and heeled footwear, and then I style it with a skirt and heeled footwear, and I want you to tell me which one looks better. But for some reason people want to stick to jeans. If you do want to wear jeans, then just wear a pair of nice footwear on the bottom. If you really watch and study, let's say you go to the really nice areas in your city, you're going to notice the way that the women hold themselves. This is not all of them, but it is a lot, and there's a kind of elegance, knowing elegance, okay, as well, a kind of fluid walk and confidence look that goes with a lot of these women, and I do notice this. Now, I'm not speaking about every kind of woman, I'm more so speaking for me, that I've noticed with the Arab women in London. Not all of them, of course, but a lot of them. There's just this elegance to them that is just very, very lovely to watch and everything. It's lovely to see. One thing I've noticed is that sometimes in the Western world, femininity and womanhood can be taken away from women. Now, I'm not even going to go there in terms of the political things. I think I briefly mentioned that in another video. But in terms of women, just they have to wear so many hats nowadays. Everything wants to be taken away from women, yet at the same time, you're expected to do everything. So which one is it? Now, I say that we shouldn't be expected to do everything, and we shouldn't be doing everything. And we have to get to the point where we're looking like we are this woman who is very much not going to do everything. If this kind of man, this professional kind of man, saw you what would he think about you based on your demeanor, based on your posture, based on your clothing, your appearance? What would he think of you? And that's something I want you ladies to actually think about. I want you to do this by setting up your camera, setting up your phone, putting it on a windowsill or something, and just walk around your room. So you're getting to see your walk on the camera. Do a couple of things where you're concentrating. I want to see your concentration face on there. I want you to also smile, and I just want you to then look back at that video and see how other people see you. So when you're walking down the street and you're in your own head and you're just thinking, how does your face look? I want you to try to capture that on the camera. I want you to capture your walk so you know what that looks like. I want you to capture how your outfit looks on you when you are standing on the other side of the room and your camera catches it. I want you to really be able to see what other people are seeing. Turn around, do a 360 as well, so we can really get to see how you look. Now, this is the best way to be able to judge yourself as a critic and see what other people are seeing. And then you really get more of a bird's eye view of, you know, how you're appearing to others, and that then lets you know, okay, this could be tweaked, that could look better, okay, I could do this, I could do that. And this is something that I do as well, and there are changes that I want to make and that I can see that I need to make or I can make. At this point, you have improved everything about your external and you're wearing beautiful perfume. Stop wearing Britney Spears, it's not going to happen. Okay, get rid of Britney Spears. If you don't want to invest and spend £200 on a Penhaligon's perfume, then make sure that you buy for £30 you can buy a quality designer dupe with a company like Noted Aromas. So go with this kind of company and buy quality dupes that are long lasting, that smell like quality perfumes, and stop smelling like a £10 perfume. Okay, so that's another thing to think about when you're trying to elevate your look. A woman who smells good instantaneously looks more attractive. So remember this and spray your perfume, girl. Okay, and that's the outward. The next is actually being able to realize that these men are not better people than you are. They're not. Just because they earn more money, just because they are a partner in some kind of finance firm, I don't care. He isn't better than you. He isn't better than me. He just earns more money. Great. But guess what? His money is also going to be yours. So how is he better than you? He isn't. So you've got to start looking at these men as regular people. They are, but they're just the kind of men who you're more attracted to, who are going to be more likely to be able to give you the dating experience that you want. So at the end of the day, you want them to be attracted to you for that reason. Now, once you've realized that they're not better than me, I shouldn't be scared of them, I don't need to be nervous about these men, they're just men at the end of the day, because it's just a man. Okay, the same man who is homeless on the street, it's the same mind, it's the same brain, it's the same molecules, okay, the same fibers, the same skin, same genetic makeup, really, that the successful partner in the law firm has. So just remember this, a man is a man is a man at the end of the day. So once you've realized this, you're going to be less nervous to put yourself into situations where you're around these people, giving yourself more of an opportunity to be approached by them. Now, I'm going to suggest that you are not obsessing with meeting somebody and you're living your life because you want to, but you're realizing that you're dressing the way that these men are attracted to. You have an air of grace and elegance about yourself and self-reassurance, and you're dressing in the way that is appealing to them. So it's a no-brainer that at that point you have taken yourself from being the kind of woman who is now commanding attention from these men. There is no more invisibility. I know this from trial and error. I know this from my own experience, and this has been years. It's been a big journey for me to get from where I was to now. But I've been going with trial and error, and now you can go from just watching this video. Another element is obviously feminine voice control, which I have recently done a new video on. I will link my feminine voice control playlist in the description box, because it's all good and well being able to attract these men and look attractive to them, but when you get on a date or they approach you and you speak, are they still going to be attracted to you? Because you've got to make sure that your look and your voice are adding up, they're connecting, and that it's making sense. Now, at that point, you understand that you are attractive to the men who you want to be dating, and you're not nervous of them. You understand that it's just a man, like any other man. He's just a man who can commit to a career, okay? He's a man who, usually more successful men, more career-driven men, shall I say, they're more likely to want marriage and things. So you're more likely as a woman to have what you want from those kinds of men, okay? The men who can't commit themselves to a job, or they're never committing themselves to doing something, a kind of job that's going to take them to the next level, where they're going to earn more, be higher achievers. Those kinds of men are probably still going to be finding themselves, so they're not really going to want the marriage aspect, because they're trying to get to a certain place and then they'll be ready for it. So it's easier for you as a woman, as a single woman, to go for the kinds of men who are already ready for the next step with relationships and so on and whatnot. So that's just something that I've realized, and I just wanted to put that to you. A bit of food for thought, I guess. Absolutely, hands down, this can take you from being invisible to being fully visible, commanding attention, getting noticed, being looked at, okay, being approached by, having dates with, dating and dating beneficially the kinds of men who you want to be dating. Follow these tips, follow my advice, and you will see a difference. You will see a change, okay? Simple hairstyles, more simple, makeup. Okay, we don't need loads of diamantes, and we don't need nails that are over here. No, simple. I'm going to love you and leave you here. I hope you've enjoyed this video. I did want this to be longer, but I don't have much storage left, so I'm keeping all of my videos around half an hour. I really want to get into like hour-long videos and start to do longer deep dives, but for right now I just have to keep them about the half-hour mark for my storage purposes. But I hope you enjoyed this. Definitely share this video, comment below, tell us a little glimpse of your experience, how it's gone for you from being invisible to visible. Let us know in the comments, girl, and I will see you lovely ladies in my next video. Thank you for watching.